It was introduced in 1984, and the idea was that, you have your town watch groups and the police departments out there, here and elsewhere, but we wanted to have an event that would involve not just town watch groups and not just police, but entire communities at one time. So I threw out this idea of, why don't we have this one night where people go outside, flip on their porch light, and sit on their porch for an hour. It would show that like 99% of us are law-abiding. They thought I was nuts. They literally thought I was nuts. It was the board of directors of the National Association of Town Watch, and I said exactly, but how about we have this one night? And they said, yeah, how are you going to do that? And fortunately at that time, way back, it was like Ed Rendell, Lynn Abraham, a lot of people who understood the concept of what I was trying to do. Them and some people and chiefs in other cities got behind it, and that's what made it work. And people liked it. They liked the fact that they were out, the neighbors were out, you could wave to your neighbor down the street. Because nowadays we don't really see our neighbors unless there's some kind of an emergency. So slowly the event grew from the porch lights to the block parties, the cookouts, the parades, the festivals, and the things you see here tonight.
But it's a great idea. I mean, the community comes out. This is a local event. You get your officers, you get to meet with them, you get to see the motorcycles, you get to see the canines, you get to see all our neat trucks. Same with the medics, the fire department. You get to go on rides, eat food, have fun, and hopefully it's not this hot every single year, but we could deal with it from time to time.
It's a real important event for the community because it gives everybody an opportunity in a non-emergent situation to kind of touch and feel and see that, it's not always the life and death experiences for public safety. There's a lot of community service that goes behind all of our services, and today's just a small little piece of the puzzle about the community service, and you can see that the kids are walking on today. We have our rehab bus out here, and it's a good opportunity for the kids to get on it and see. And I could speak for myself. About 30 some years ago, I had a chance to touch a fire truck. Here I am in my 40s in a public safety career in EMS. So we have to bring up our young in this business, and hopefully this is that one event where somebody remembers that there is different areas that they can get involved in and either volunteer or make it a career, and we give them that type of exposure today.
Just being with the community, outside, mingling with neighbors, friends, great way to support all the local vendors, all the local law enforcement, EMS, public defenders. It's great. It's just a great way to mingle with the community.
Because there aren't a lot of events that bring everyone together. And I think togetherness and diversity and support.
Not on your phone.
Yeah, and support and just being out and about is something that we need to encourage more of.
I think more now than ever, the community comes together. You forget the national headlines, and you're here to see our community, our people together, and learn what's going on locally. And you hear it firsthand from people, not filtered through different means. You get to make decisions on your own, meet our public safety people, meet the National Night Out people, meet the Lower Merion community, their town watch. It's very important to get to know these people because they're volunteering their time every day. The police are out saving their lives every day, and that's something that's very important. There's also fun things to do, so kids can get to meet police, fire, and EMS, so that if they do ever have an emergency, they're more used to it and not too scared, and that's a very important factor as well.
Well, the first event was kind of a challenge because one, nobody knew what it was. Two, you had to get people to do it. So it was work to try and get people to understand what we were trying to do. In other words, at that time, people were more concerned about locking themselves in. Like, what kind of alarm do I have? What kind of lock do I have? And we're saying, this is not right. That means that the criminal is winning. So we pushed the idea of being out. So the first few years were, 400 communities, 23 states, not a lot of people. Now 16,000 communities, all 50 states, and it's an event that's not only on neighborhoods and community calendars, but it's on the law enforcement calendar. They look forward to this night.
We get to help the public when they call us, and we always get a good feeling from that. But you're dealing with people in times of trouble, in times of stress. It's great to just get to know your neighbors, to get to know the people that you serve, and have them get to know you. See, that's something that when we're on an ambulance call or someone's been a victim of a crime and we're performing a task, they don't really get to know us. Now, in our daily routines, we try as much as we can to get out of the car, to interact with the public, so that we're approachable to them, so they know who we are, we know who they are. But this annual event starts a foundation for that.
You know, there's many reasons why this went national. The big key to success is that you create scenarios where it's a win-win, and this is the right mixture. You have the community coming together with the public services, and if you look around you, there's music, there's carnival games, there's festivities. It gets the opportunity for the police, the fire departments to come out, and you know, it's a good, healthy, happy environment, and it's a toxic in a good way. And you know, it's an easy thing for the communities to support. And you know, more importantly, if you take a look around, there's a lot of private businesses that come out and help fund it and support it. And it's a successful event nationally on this day.
It helps the community too, with the local fire department, police department, charitable events, that sort of thing. Shaq is here, we know. The Philly Fanatics here. Good food, music. What else, Jonah? Rides, games.
I think when you build that sense of community, when people have a sense of guardianship in their community with their neighbors, when they get to know their neighbors, they're more willing to assist them. They're more willing to keep an eye out. They're more willing to call the police. They're more willing to cooperate. And if we can all work together and the community could be our eyes and ears and call us when they need us, and when they don't need us, just be our friends, then I think it's just a stronger place, and hopefully that puts a big dent in crime and makes the quality of life better for everybody.
I would say that the ingredients for this begin like February. You know, you have the lot, you have Federal Realty, you have the police department, the township. So there's a lot of elements going on here, a lot of different things going on, and you got to get them all on the same page and go for it. It's surreal. I mean, like, I'll sit down like late tonight, tomorrow, and look at some of the events, Sacramento, Tulsa, Oklahoma, Dallas, Texas, and people doing this kind of a thing with their local police. It's awesome. It's great. Simple idea blew up into this.